G'day mates, what is up? It is Sid here again, and today I'm back for another video, surprisingly enough. So apologies for the lack of videos. I've actually been upgrading about 8 gears, so I've overhauled 8 different equips on my wind archer, and they're in the process of being upgraded, so I don't want to make an equip video before I finish those upgrades. I also I'm actually pretty busy because uni is just around the corner. It starts next week, so a lot of things happening. So yeah, I need to get ready for those things. But yeah, let's just get into this. So this video is actually a commonly requested video. What are my characters and what are my character cards and link skills? So I'll get into link skills in another video, since this will just be all the characters and the character cards. So let's just get started. First and foremost, it is my Mercedes. So you guys probably all know already this character. It is the very first character that I made on this account, and it is without doubt one of my most favorite classes, probably my favorite actually. The reason why I haven't actually been playing it that much is because it's not as viable as the other classes now. The scaling for damage is a lot lower. It's just really fallen behind, and it doesn't offer as much bossing utility as wind archers do. So yeah, this class has really fallen off with all the buffs to the other classes, so that's why I did change over to wind archer. So yeah, that's that. It's level 203, and the name is actually a philosophical paradigm shift. If you believe it or not, it means the question of affirming or implying of the existence and everything is bleak. So if you want to look up into that, you can have a look. I actually had to learn that for English, and that's where I got it from. So existentialism is the philosophical paradigm shift, if you do want to look at it. I doubt you do, but yeah. So this is my level 203 Mercedes. Moving on, it is my Phantom. So my Phantom, I made this initially because of the fact that it could steal skills, and that was just really amazing. Just the fact that you can take other jobs' skills, like Holy Symbol from Bishops, Sharp Eyes from the Ranger classes, a Rage, and so on. Those were so amazing, and just the fact that you can do everything yourself. And the skills are pretty cool as well, so that's why I made it. But I gave up because I needed to fund it from the very start, and it was a very pain in the bottom to start all over again. So I did abandon this and got it to 120 for the link skill, which is actually pretty good. So yeah, a mango chip. I believe I was craving mangoes and chips at that time, so mango chip. Moving on, my Blaze Wizard. So as you know, the Empress Blessing gives you +1 weapon attack for every 5 levels you gain, and at level 120 I believe you get 24, I think, weapon attack and magic attack, and that is really all the reason I made this. I made a Blaze Wizard because I didn't like Ore classes, and Blaze Wizard would just seem so much more fun, and yeah, I made it just for that, sole purpose. Okay, so I don't know about the name, I don't remember, it's been a while. This is my Corsair, level 59. I tried it out because I also used percent dex gears and I had a lot, but then it wasn't that fun. It was just pretty bland, pretty normal class to me, so I never continued it, so it's been stuck at level 59. I did actually plan to level it up to 120, but it's just too much effort, and it's now just a storage mill which I put a lot of stuff on. Moving on, my Demon Slayer. So this is another one of a class that I really enjoyed when I was training. So it was pretty easy to train, I have to say, because they lowered the 4th job level to 100, and it meant you can spam Demon Cry and Aliens at level 100, and that just meant you got the whole map's EXP in one go, and that was just astronomically fast. So yeah, Stoicism is basically another philosophical paradigm shift. You guys can look into that as well. So yeah, it's level 122. I made it for the link skill as well. It's a very interesting class, I have to say. You can fly around a lot, and it's very fun. Very easy to level up as well. Moving on, my Kana. So it's level 123. Once again, made it for the Link skill. It is also a very, very fun class, very high damage. It almost guaranteed me one-hit KOs in Jesters and Aliens, for those who remember those training sites. It was really fast, just bam, snap, level up. And the reason why I made a female character is because the male character looked like he had a tin bucket on his head, as well as being partially bald, and it just looked very bad, and I really disliked it. So I just made a Kana that was a female. So yeah, and that's about it. Moving on, my Hayato, and if you guys don't know, Hayato also has a pretty decent Link skill. I'll go through it at the end of the video, but basically level 85, the Link skill is only maximum level 1, and yeah, I made the name Hiryu Kenji because, you know, Hayato's are samurais and they're Japanese. So I wanted to make a Japanese name, and Hiryu Kenji just came to mind, so whatever, I just typed it in. And it worked, so used it. It's not like I'm maining it, so it doesn't matter. My Kaiser, level 51. Basically, I made the name Hobbit Kaiser because of the little cute wings and tail. It was like a little midget. Well, not midget, but little small guy with wings, and so I called him Hobbit Kaiser. I was actually planning to make him to level 120 for the 15% max HP, but I was being a little lazy, so I haven't gotten around to doing that. I will definitely get around to doing that sooner or later. Yeah, so once again, another Link skill character that I made. Moving on, Greaseless. So this is my Cannoneer. If you guys don't know, he has an innate ability to have a larger inventory space than other classes. So if you're trying to get storage meals, you definitely have to make a Cannoneer to have a larger invent than anyone else at level 10. Basically, I made this originally for a Link skill as well, but it just wasn't worth the effort to put in to try to level this up, so I've left it there at level 20. And the name Greaseless was just, it was Greaseless. It wasn't greasy. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so moving on, my Xenon, once again for the Link skill, level 124, Abyss Whipper. The reason why I picked this name was because this character was very mysterious, so, like the Abyss, and because of the fact that it was a hybrid. So I made it Abyss, and it used a whip, or whipper blade, so I called it Abyss Whipper. Pretty lame, but whatever. So yeah, once again for the Link skill, my Demon Avenger, level 122, once again for the Link skill as well. Vengeful Sid is the name, and the reason I made this is because he's a Demon Avenger, he avenges, and I had a lot of vengeance. I'm joking. Nah, I just made a Vengeful Sid, I don't know. I didn't know what to make it, so I just shoved it in there. Yeah. So moving on, Luminous, once again for a Link skill, which I never got to finish. I will definitely get this to 120 sooner or later. It is a very fun class as well. I made the name Lumisid just because it was a Luminous and I didn't have a name, so I just said Lumisid. So yeah, level 40, we'll get around to doing this very soon, since I did finish off my Zero, surprisingly enough. Moving on, my Wind Archer, you guys all know this character already. I actually did change the appearance a little. I'll show you guys a video later on, not this week though. I do need to change it a bit. So yeah, this is my Wind Archer, you guys all know it already, nothing more to introduce. Caricatura. Caricature is once again a philosophical paradigm shift. You guys can look into that as well if you want. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Moving on, my Angelic Buster. I know, I just thought of Grace Buster because it's Angelic Buster, it busts things and Grace, and that's why after you bust the Grace, you get the Graceless person. I don't know, I just made that up on the spot, I'm pretty lame, but whatever. Moving on, yeah, this was made for Terms and Conditions, the Link skill, Terms and Conditions, but I never got around to doing that. This is probably one of the lower priority classes that I do want to make because I don't want to train it that much. So yeah, moving on, my Zero. So it's now 180 as you see, level 5 Link skill acquired, and very interesting class, I have to say. Very fun, pretty high damage dealing class without any equips. So I'm using all the default equips and I can hit up to I think 400k with beta and 300k 200 to 300 Ks with Alpha, and that's pretty OP, I have to say. At least for that training area. Of course, when you want to go training compared to other classes, it's not that strong. But yeah, very fun class, level 180 for the Link skill again. And last but not least, Charity Tamer, my level 120 Beast Tamer for the level 2 Link skill. The reason why I made it female again is because the male one looked very weird, and I thought it didn't look nice, especially on the character page. So yeah, I picked a female character. So the reason why you might be thinking why I have 2 charity things in the name was because I was actually doing a fundraiser and a charity for Rich Salvation Army, and I just thought of charity, and so I made the name Charity Zero and Charity Tamer just for the sake of it, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So these are all my characters that I have at the moment, and yeah, so I'll just show you guys the character cards that I'm currently using. So my Mercedes Mercedes character card gives minus 5% skill cooldown. So 5% cooldown on skills is very good. It means you can use it 5% times the original time faster. So yeah, it doesn't actually make that much of a difference, but I just put it in there because it's double S and it looks nice. My Kana, and the damage increase by 3% when attacking bosses, so very useful. It has Kana not only has one of the best Link skills, but it probably has a very good character card as well, at least for me. That extra boss damage percent is always good and always welcomed. My Hayato increased minimum critical damage by 4%. I just shoved it in there because it's better than the other ones. I'll show you guys very soon. So it's not that interesting. Xenon gives you 20 strength, dex, and luck. No int for you int lovers. But yeah, it has such a good Link skill, you have to make this. I put this character card in there because it's better than the other ones as well. So yeah, there we go, the Xenon. My Demon Avenger, definitely had to put this one in. 3% additional damage to bosses, so once again, 3% damage to boss. It has one of the really good Link skills as well. Must make, very good character card as well. My Beast Tamer, a new addition to the character card page. It is ignore 6% of enemies' defense. Very useful, especially for later stages where you're having trouble gaining more percent PDR. My Demon Slayer, abnormal resistance plus 3%. So for those who boss a lot, this is very useful. Although 3% is very minimal, but still helps. Wind Archer, plus 8% accuracy. This is totally useless, but once again I put it in for the double S because it looks nice. Come on, tell me it doesn't look nice. And the latest addition, of course, my Zero. So my Zero gives me 8% additional EXP to any character, so that's amazing. Not to mention the Link skill is actually pretty good as well. I'll go into that very soon, but let's have a look at all the Link character cards. So my Mercedes, you've already seen this. My Phantom, it gives you 3% increase in mesos obtained. Blaze Wizard, plus 1 magic damage per character level. So yeah, that's it. Gunslinger, which is Corsair, summon creatures, so your familiars have 4% increased duration. Demon Slayer, abnormal resistance, you've already seen this. Cannoneer, 3% to boss, you've already seen this. Hayato, 4% minimum crits, seen that. And Kaiser, plus 10 strength, not that useful, so he's up here, not down here. Xenon, you've seen this, plus 20 strength, dex, luck. Demon Avenger, 3% additional damage to bosses. My Luminous, plus 10 ints. Isn't that great for me because I don't need ints, so it's still up here. Wind Archer, 0. Increased XP by 8%, and not Kana, what am I saying? Beast Tamer. So there you go. That's all my character cards and my characters. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon.